Kyle Larson had a nightmare of a day at Iowa, and he absolutely eviscerated John Hunter Nemechek as a result. Y'all, this number 5, I was so, full disclosure, I'm a Hendrick fan. I was so pissed off when I saw what happened to Kyle Larson. So let me set the scene for y'all. Kyle Larson goes out there, qualifies front row, second place to pole sitter Ryan Blaney. And prior to the race, Larson and his crew chief, Cliff Daniels, told USA Sports separately that the number 5 was going to have a little bit of balancing issues. So they really set it up for qualified trim, and they had to work on the car throughout the race, which is not the easiest thing to do in this day and age. And unfortunately, that was something that they could not figure out. So Larson, he held his ground and he stayed around the top 5, top 10. And then things changed at a lap 150. So there was a caution, and Carson Hocevar brought out that caution. He spun out. Carson had a bad day. And the restart for Larson turned out to be an absolute disaster because Larson got just door slammed by John Hunter Nemechek as he re-entered the lane. Riley Herbst decided, I'm going to make it 4 wide. So coming out of turn 4, they're 4 wide. Everyone gets pinched. Larson, he hits the wall. He collects his freaking teammate, Alex Bowman, destroys Bowman. And the 5 also had significant damage. Larson broke a toe link and went 3 laps down trying to get repairs. And so he decided, you know what? I didn't appreciate what old John Hunter decided he was going to do. So he showed his displeasure to old John Hunter before pitting under caution. And then he fired up the radio and let it all out. Now, shout out to Jeff Gluck of The Athletic, because he relayed the radio transmission between Larson and his spotter. And Larson's spotter informed him that Nemechek tried to shift and the car got stuck in neutral. And Kyle Larson asked if John Hunter was not able to hold a straight line like normal. And he was told, John Hunter Nemechek spotter, that he downshifted and he got stuck. And so Larson said, yeah, cool, professional. Now, the result of this incident left Kyle Larson 33rd. Now, good news for old Kyle Larson. He's in 6th place in the chase. And yes, it was not very good. It was not very good for him. Now, right now, he's in 10th in the standings. He dropped 2 spots in each of the last 2 races, so he's sinking like a rock, but at least in the chase, he'll be in a little bit of a better situation. And can we all just admit, can we all just agree, can we all get on the same page? I know that's a lot to ask in 2026, but Kyle Larson is not in danger of missing the chase. Not saying that whatsoever. But he's also definitely not heading in the right direction at the right time. Now, can he turn things around coming into Richmond and then New Hampshire? No, I don't think he can, because neither of these short tracks have really served him well in the past. So he's going to have to really hit that reset button once the chase starts. I think Sunday was a perfect summary of Kyle Larson's 2026. This man has gone winless not only this year, but he's gone winless over the course of a year, which is kind of unheard of if you think about it with old Kyle Larson. I don't know exactly what it is. I know that the announcers was bringing up, well, he's looking forward to Knoxville. I don't buy that. Kyle Larson has struggled all year, and he's struggled with one common trait. Don't screw it up. That has been the summary of Kyle Larson's 2026. Don't screw it up. But he does. Or friggin' he gets caught up in a crash. Or he does a dumb decision, or there's a pit issue, or there's something where the number 5 is usually fast. Like the Hendrick cars have obviously struggled this year, but for the most part, they've done quite well in terms of the number 5. Like, him and Chase Elliott have consistently and on a regular basis had speed in the car when they unload off the track, which is hands down the single most important thing in NASCAR Cup Series right now. Because the way that the rules are set up and the way that these cars are set up, if you don't have speed off the truck, it's very difficult because of the limited changes in which you can do to not have, like, if you come off the truck and you're fast, okay, you're going to be fast in practice and you're going to be fast in qualifying. And you're probably going to be fast in the race because you're already going to have track position and you have a fast race car. But if that thing don't handle right, and if that thing doesn't have speed right coming off the truck, then you're not only starting in the back, but then you're also trying to figure it out. Doesn't that sound very similar to what happened here? They went all the way with qualifying because they're like, okay, if we can just get track position, maybe we can figure it out during the race. And we've seen this in the course of history, right? You'll have someone that shouldn't even belong up there, right? Taking the pole, leading the first lap, and then they just sink like a rock because their car was set up for qualifying trim, not race trim. And then you've seen, obviously, cars set up for race trim and not qualifying trim, and they start in the back, they got to work their way up, right? We've seen this. But this was frustrating. This is frustrating. I don't buy he is distracted by Knoxville. I don't buy he distracted by dirt racing. I don't buy any of that. I think Kyle Larson is just in a spot where he's had a down year. And if you look at the way that he has run since returning to the sport in 2021, since joining HSM, the dude's on fire. Like, he's won 2 titles. Last year, I know it was a BS title win, but still, he's technically a champion. He's won races. He's been in contention. He's on a regular, top 12 car on the field any given Sunday. He's always in the mix. And so I don't care who you are. I don't care what you've accomplished. I don't care what area you're in. I don't care. Everyone has a down year. The key will be for Larson, don't make it a habit. You have one down year, fine. It happens to everyone. Don't make it last into 2 years. Do something different going into that second year so you don't have a 2-year slump. Kyle Larson's still in his prime. Kyle Larson is still one of the greatest race car drivers ever. He will turn this around. Just like Hendrick will eventually turn this around.